Hi, ladies. Welcome back to the channel. I'm Bianca, the excellent wife and mom, and I'm so glad that you're here. I just want to start off with a verse. It's John 8:36, and it says, "So the Son sets you free; you are free indeed." And you can apply that. We can apply that to any and all areas of our lives, including homeschooling. And the thing I love about homeschooling is that there's so many different ways to homeschool. Yours doesn't like to have to look like anyone's. It doesn't have to look like the school systems. It doesn't have to look like um, something popped up. Oh, anyway. But it doesn't have to look like any other families. It doesn't have to function like anyone else's. It is totally unique, and that's the beauty of it. You know, there's game schooling, there's school at home, Charlotte Mason, there's unschooling, traditional school, eclectic, Charlotte Mason, Montessori's. It's so many different ways to homeschool, and we're primarily unschools, but we use like most of the, or quite a few of the different ones at any point throughout the year. So you're not limited in whichever way you choose to homeschool. Um, you just want to be free. You want to homeschool from a place of faith and not from fear. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's, like I said. So that's my little message for now. But so what we've been doing in our homeschool is last week, the kids went to art class at the art museum because they had that program. I think I said that before, like at the beginning of each month, I think the first and second Thursday of each month. So we went to that and they enjoyed that. They wrote letters to their pen pals. They have pen pals out in Arizona. So they did those letters. The boys are working on their fractions and division. Everybody's been continue reading for 20 minutes, reviewing sounds and reading with the girls. And we're going through the book of Acts. I had planned on doing Proverbs again, but decided to go through Acts. And that's been really, really good. And the boys have just been making their videos. So that's kind of what they've been doing. And that was last week. And so this week, I feel like I've been to the store almost every day this week doing some form of shopping. We went to the park. Today we went to the park because it's a warmer day. So it was like 40 something, which feels warm when you've been like 20 and, single digits. So that felt good. So we went outside and played at the park. Five and Below have these different little kits that you can make. So my older girl, she did the candle one a couple of weeks ago, and now we got her today. She did the bath bomb. What else was in that thing? Soap and a facial scrub kit. And so she did all of those today. Absolutely loved it. She wants to go back and do another one. And I love these little kits because they can, they get to try these different things. And so now I know she's really into the bath bomb. So I can go to Hobby Lobby or Joann's, Michael's, one of those stores, and get more for her. And then my 5-year-old, she made the glitter purse. They had a glitter purse kit and all this, these little like balls and glitter type things and, confetti. And you put it inside the little inner tube of the little box shaped purse. And it was really cool because when she finished doing that, then if you move your hand on top, the little balls and things move with your hand. So I think my boys are playing and really enjoyed playing with that today. Yeah. So this week was Martin Luther King's Day. So we read about him, watched videos about him in his life. And actually, this is the first year that we've actually talked about Martin Luther King, because I feel like, whenever there's Black History Month or MLK Day or whatever, it's always a focus on him. But when I began to teach them, I've, taught them about, our people in our family or our who we descended from, as well as I am a fan of George Washington Carver. I just think he is phenomenal. So we've, read his books about him and about his life. And I just think it's so phenomenal that this man who was born a slave, and he came from that, and he had such a determination about him. So he came from slavery, and he produced more millionaires, Black millionaires, than all of the Ivy League schools at that time. And you just sit and think about that. So I talk to them from a perspective that no one can limit you. No one limits you, no matter what you're born in. We want to blame and when you blame people and blame society and blame whoever for whatever, you give your power away. But I want them to understand, no matter whatever way you start, you don't have to finish that way. And no one can stop you, not a system, not anything. No one can stop you. And so that's what we teach from. And that's who I love that man's story. I love it. We always go over him because this guy, he had all, and then if you read more about him, he had all of these, experiences. Like he said every morning he would go into his lab, and then he said it was like God or angels pulled back this curtain and began to show him these different inventions. So he created the peanut oil and stuff, but that was through his interaction with God, teaching him these things and how to do these things. So from that he was able to go and produce all of these Black millionaires, because he wanted, his heart was to teach the people how to use the land, and that they did not have to be poor and in poverty and things. And he did exactly that. So, if you don't read about anybody else, any of the Black people, do look up George Washington Carver. That man was absolutely phenomenal. And then, of course, you have the story of Harriet Tubman, which, she had such a sense about her, and she was hearing God to be able to lead, the people. And so that's the thing I teach them about people who not that Martin Luther King didn't, but I just think he is so common, and like, that's the one everybody always refers to. And it's just so many other Black people who have done extraordinary things, through listening to God. And I was saying too, how no one could stop you from doing anything. They really can't. I have a testimony about, red tape, and people, we wanted to buy this. I'll tell you guys the story, but we wanted to buy this piece of real estate, right? This apartment building. And this lady, she did not want to sell it to us, right? She would not sell it. Didn't know what her problem was, even offer her above the amount that she asked for, would not sell it to us, right? And so what happened, we didn't make a big stink about it, whatever. It's like, whatever, because what God has for you, no one can keep it from you. They cannot keep it from you. They cannot take it from you. They cannot keep you from it. So what happened? She ended up selling it to this man for less than what, even the asking price. And so that man bought the property, and he held onto it for like a year. And then he sold it to us for far less than what she was asking for. So you see, that's the favor of God. That's coming. And then in the paperwork, it actually said, do not sell to Black people, something like that, Negroes, something like that, because it was from a long time ago, this building was. But my whole point is that no one can stop you from anything, because God had that for us. And so he had a great price for it and everything. And at that particular time, it looked like, we were not going to get that, but he had a far better plan, and we did get that property at a far better price. So that's the whole thing. No one can keep you from anything. And I would never want my children or anyone else I'm around to feel like somebody's stopping them from getting something, or someone can prevent them from something, because it's just not the truth. If you live your life with the victim mentality, you're going to always find someone to blame. You're going to always find an excuse. But with us, there is no excuse, because when the scriptures say with God, all things are possible, guess what? I believe that. There's no one, there's no system, nothing that can stop us, or stop me or my children. Now, that's what I'm instilling in them. It cannot stop you from getting to the level that you need to get to. And I'm so sure and confident of this, because one day I was sitting, we were living in another home, so it was many years before. I was sitting at my dining room table, and I heard God so clearly say to me, you are a victor and not a victim. And I wholeheartedly believe that. You cannot victimize yourself, because you become powerless. You give all your power away. And God will always deal with you where you are and with you. You can't blame anybody else, because that doesn't work. So you own up. Don't let anybody tell you, and teach your children this too. I admonish you to teach them that no one can stop you from anything. I don't care what it is, school, houses, whatever. No one can stop you. So that's my message for today. Who the Son sets free, like I said in the beginning, is free indeed, and nobody can keep you in captivity or bondage for anything. And like I said, what God has for you is for you, and nobody. No matter what they signed in the legal paperwork all those years ago, it came to our hands because it was for us. So anyway, ladies, that's all I have. Thank you for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you again real soon. Oh, I think I'll be jumping on tomorrow if I have time. I'm going to talk about another marriage topic. So anyway, thanks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you again real soon. Bye.